A number of things happened last week, and some of them may have escaped your notice. Simi had her baby, Ute Nwachukwu's rape accuser disappeared, NAPTIP has new rape laws in place, and Hushpuppi was arrested, among other exciting news. Welcome to Sidomex Entertainment's Trending Last Week, where we bring you the hottest gist from last week. But before we continue, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and also click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as we drop another exciting video.
First, let me say to you, I cannot wait to see you.
First, we bring you good news from the Nigerian music power couple Simi and Adekunle Gold. The duo has welcomed their first child, a baby girl. Simi and her husband Adekunle Gold took to their Instagram verified pages to confirm the news. From the caption of the photo, Simi put to bed on the 30th of May. The couple apparently decided to privately enjoy parenthood for a few days before letting the world into their joy. And contrary to the expectations of fans, the baby's face was not revealed as well. Who knows, we might not see her until she turns 18. Anyways, still on the news of welcoming newborn babies, Nigerian singer Davido might have just welcomed his fourth child from his fourth baby mama. Sometime last week, reports and reactions circulated the internet suggesting that Davido may have become a father for the fourth time. These rumors were spread by a gossip blog on Instagram known as Gist Merchant. According to Gist Merchant, Davido welcomed a son with a UK-based model. The lady, who is identified as Larissa Yasmin Lorenzo, was born and raised in Angola but now resides in London. While all these ruckuses were ongoing, there was not a word from the singer or his betrothed. Instead, Chioma was seen securing the bag and sealing a deal with Gino Tomato on Davido's lawyer's Instagram story. Remember Kimberly Courier, the lady who accused media personality and former Big Brother Africa winner Ute Nwachukwu of rape? Well, she has disappeared from Twitter, prompting Ute to react. Ute petitioned the police and demanded a thorough investigation into her allegations, and not long after that, the accuser deleted her Twitter account where she shared the allegation. Kimberly Courier had taken to her newly created Twitter account to allege that Ute raped her in August of 2017. She went further by sharing a screenshot of a message from a user saved with the name Ute2, apologizing for forcefully having his way with her. However, a recent check showed that the Twitter's user account has now been deleted. Reacted to the latest development, Ute insists that he will still be going forward with the investigation into the rape allegations. Still on the subject of rape, the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, has published a list of convicted sex offenders in Nigeria's Sex Offenders Register. In March 2019, a petition was launched asking the federal government to implement a sex offenders registry for offenses including pedophilia, sexual abuse, harassment, and rape. Now, that petition has been granted, with the Director General Julie Oka-Donley sharing the list on Twitter. She also announced that anyone who is caught justifying rape will be arrested and treated as a suspect. Law enforcement seems to be closing in on offenders all over the world, as Hushpuppi has allegedly been arrested by the Federal Bureau of Intelligence, the FBI, and the International Police, Interpol. Was reportedly picked up together with his friend Woodbury in Dubai. Their arrest was said to be based on the account of money laundering after some cases of fraud was linked to them. According to a video that's been circulating on social media, the Nigerian big boys were allegedly surrounded by Interpol and FBI on charges of fraud. Interpol allegedly arrested Hushpuppi for a $35 million COVID-19 ventilator fraud, which was purported to be given to Native Americans during the coronavirus pandemic. Hushpuppi's arrest was confirmed after close friends and some business faithfuls could not reach him because his phone was off. In other news, Professor James Nwoye Adichie, father of the renowned novelist Chimamanda Adichie, has died at 88. A family source confirmed to the Nation newspaper on Thursday, June 11th, that the erudite academic died on Wednesday night. He had been admitted to the Chira Memorial Hospital in Okuzu-Oyi local government area in the state before his death. We also have some great news for literary and movie lovers, as Netflix and Ebony Life TV are working on an adaptation of your favorite novels. Netflix and Mo Abudu just made the announcement on social media that they have signed a major deal to bring two literary classics to life. Wole Soyinka's Death and the King's Horseman and Lola Shoneyi's The Secret Life of Baba Segi's Wives, two critically acclaimed novels, are being adapted into a feature-length movie and a series to be screened on Netflix. That's not all though. Netflix Nigeria also announced that MORE-TLW's Ebony Live TV will also produce 2 new Nigerian originals, plus licensed films and a series for Netflix. This makes Ebony Live TV the first African and the first Nigerian company to sign a multi-project deal with Netflix. In other news, Amazon put up a post to stand in solidarity with the Black community on their Black Lives Matters initiative and started losing some white customers. Some even went as far as sending emails to the CEO, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos affirmed that he had been getting several emails from angry customers because Amazon stood in solidarity with the Black community, and he stated plainly that these are customers that he was happy to lose. In relation to Black Lives Matters, George Floyd has been buried in a solemn ceremony that took place on the 9th of June in Houston. His death sparked a series of anti-racism protests across the world, with many also protesting against police brutality. A series of memorial services were held for Floyd earlier this week, and his funeral service, which took place at the Fountain of Praise Church in Houston, Texas, was the final service. Following Floyd's death, a number of people stepped out to share their racist experiences, one of which was Tunde Obe. According to the music star, anyone who has ever suffered racism attacks will always have that sour taste live with them. Tunde Obe shared that his father was a diplomat who often got transferred, and it was during his time in America in 1974 that he had his experience. In the thread he shared on Twitter, he disclosed that he went to visit a white friend when he was just 7 or 8 years old and met the friend's mother. The woman led him into their house, but set their dog on him, and he was forced to run away while she shouted racial insults. Following that cue, Merriam-Webster has decided to change its racism definition. A number of people had written to the dictionary asking that they change their definition of the word racism, as it doesn't really show how it is in reality. Well, it seems like the wishes might just be granted, as Alex Chambers emailed a person back to say that the dictionary's definition was going to be changed. Merriam-Webster's first definition of racism is a belief that race is the primary determinant of human traits and characteristics, and that racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race. Friday, June 12th was Democracy Day in Nigeria, and to mark the occasion, the president addressed the nation at 7 a.m. that morning. In his address, the president reminded the citizens the reason for the holiday. It is a day to honor our founding fathers who toiled to establish our republic and every Nigerian who has worked tirelessly to sustain it, the president said in his address. He went ahead to commend frontline doctors and health officials who had been doing their best to combat the pandemic in the country. He once again told the citizens not to lose hope, as there's always light at the end of every tunnel. And now for the weekly recap containing all the BB Naija gist you missed this week. The show runs from Monday to Thursday every week, featuring different sets of housemates each day. The curtains of the show were drawn open on Monday with a very pepperdem edition. The drama was mainly between Ella and the other female housemates present, especially Vanita. Vanita called Ella a pretender and also went on to reveal that there was a crowdfunding for Ella's mother's surgery. She even went on to insinuate that Ella had lied about her mother's illness, resulting in Ella leaving the show in tears. On Tuesday, housemates discussed gossiping in the house. Mercy also spoke about the friendship between Ike and Tasha, sharing that she considers the friendship disrespectful to her. The highest point on the show that day was when Thelma and Seyi discussed their row in the house, when Seyi spoke about her dead brother. Thelma revealed that her entire family was hurt by his statement. Seyi said that he had technically apologized, but he formally apologized during the show, which caused Thelma to break down in tears. Wednesday's show was highly dramatic as Mercy and Omoshola got physical with each other. A clip was played of Omoshola slut-shaming Mercy in the house. After this, the show devolved into an argument with Mercy shoving Omoshola halfway into it. After they had both calmed down, Avala and Seyi advised Omoshola to apologize for his actions, which he did. Mercy also apologized for her reaction, and the episode ended on a high note. Finally, it was Thursday's episode, which was themed eviction. Ebuka wanted to know whose eviction shocked the housemates the most. Everyone present thought it was Kim Oprah's. When asked, Kim affirmed this as she stated that she was furious that she left so early in the game. To get every detail of this spicy hot gist, visit the blog at www.sidomexentertainment.com. And now for some coronavirus updates and numbers. As of Friday, June 12th, the total number of confirmed coronavirus infections in Nigeria was 15,181. 399 deaths have been recorded, and 4,891 patients have recovered and been discharged from isolation facilities across the country, while the number of active cases was 9,891. That concludes this week's episode of Trending Last Week. If you enjoyed this episode, please share your thoughts in the comments section below and hit the thumbs up button. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and ring the bell for notifications on more content, and follow us on Instagram at Sidomex ENT and on Twitter at Sidomex.